These are the 3 reasons you need to name legal guardians for your children today. I'm Taylor Kaspar. I'm an estate planning attorney, and I help parents make sure that if something happens to them, their children will still be well taken care of through comprehensive estate planning. So today we're going to talk about the 3 reasons you need to name legal guardians for your children today, immediately, right now. Number 1 is if you don't have anybody named as a legal guardian for your children, and the school, the daycare, the babysitter, the YMCA can't get a hold of you because something has happened to you, and they don't have anybody in line to call, and they don't have a legal authority to actually hand your children over to somebody else that's going to limit their own liability, they're not going to have anybody to pass your children off to, and eventually they'll have to call 911 and let the police come pick up your children and sort it out from there. While it's likely that your children are going to make it to next of kin and to a close family member within, a few hours even, what a traumatic situation for your minor child. And I know for my 4 minor children, that's not something that I want. So rather than do that, I'd rather just pass off legal authority up front to people that I trust to make sure that there's always somebody to turn my children over to if I wasn't able to be reached. Number 2 reason you need to name legal guardians for your children right away is because if you were to die or become seriously incapacitated and you haven't chosen the legal guardian for your children in advance, then anybody with legal priority to serve as legal guardian can toss their hat into the ring. That means when you go to court and there's a guardianship proceeding to figure out who's going to assume care of your minor children, anybody who is blood related to your children for the most part. So like my siblings, if I'm married, my spouse is, or if I was married and my spouse is either deceased or also incapacitated, my spouse's siblings can throw their hat in the ring. Grandparents can come in and argue. So you could see how really quickly this could turn into a situation where you have a lot of people thinking they're the best person to be the guardian for your minor children. And now we have a situation where people are fighting against each other to take control of children when all you had to do was dictate who that person was, choose that person, and name that person in advance. The number 3 reason you want to name legal guardians for your minor children is even if you're not dead, even if you're not incapacitated, say you're just out of town and you've let grandma and grandpa keep the kids while you've taken a short weekender trip with your spouse, your significant other, you might be leaving your children in situations where they are not able to receive medical care because you have not given legal authority and named your parents or whomever that you've left your children with for the weekend as somebody who is a guardian, even just a short-term guardian, to have legal authority of those kids or of your child. And so, for things that aren't life-threatening, they may not be able to consent to medical treatment, pick up prescriptions, and, even if you're either cutting your vacation short or you're leaving your child sick, waiting for you to come home to consent to treatment for things that, grandma and grandpa would have been perfectly well suited to take care of, like ear infections, antibiotics, steroid creams, things of that nature. So instead of just leaving your children out there and leaving your people that are caring for your children out there with no help and no ability to be able to just take over and stand in your shoes because you're not there, just take the simple steps to name somebody as a legal guardian for the short and the long term in the event that something were to happen to you. So if you found this information useful, after you've liked this video and subscribed to this channel, follow the link in the comments below to book a 15-minute phone call with me so I can tell you how you can name legal guardians for your children right away at no charge.